Hi, my name is Maureen and Today FM rocks in Mombasa.
Mula, my name is Mark. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks in Makassi.
Hey, Bula from Rockawaki. I'm Mentor. I love listening to Today FM because they're playing my hits. Today FM rocks.
My name is Enrico. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks in Suba.
Hi, I'm Masarika and I'm from Lotoka and I love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm Siva. I'm from Bat. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
And Navinaka Fiji in this bulletin, AG rubbishes selective treatment claims. Investigator on the ground in helicopter crash probe. And police increased visibility on the streets.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Edwin Nunn.
It's now over 80 hours since the white Robinson R44 helicopter on a medical evacuation from Naitaumba Island in the Lau Group to Lambasa Hospital crashed in the waters off Natewa Bay in Vanuatu. 2 of the 3 occupants of that ill-fated flight remain missing. The independent investigator appointed by the government is now working with the search and recovery team and has started initial investigations. Eleanor Turangaivu has the story.
Not wasting any time, New Zealand independent investigator Andrew McGregor got down to business when he arrived at the search and recovery operation area at Nuku near Vanuatu village in Sangani.
We do have a couple of avenues of interest which we are pursuing, but we can't get very far until we find the wreckage.
The focus of the operation still lies on finding the helicopter wreckage, believed to be submerged somewhere along the Natewa Bay, as well as the bodies of the pilot and the 2-year-old child who was on board when it crashed.
At the moment, our focus is quite wide and broad because we don't know very much, and we have to keep our interests broad in order to be able to fully understand and comprehend anything that comes before us.
The last known location of the helicopter was 3.6 nautical miles east of Cortasere. Today, several teams were deployed to search for debris from the helicopter within the vicinity.
The parts that have been found are really only minor parts like seat cushions and maybe a door and so on. That isn't really enough to help at this stage. My interest is ensuring that the wreckage and evidence which is found is disturbed as least as possible.
The weather has not made the search and recovery operation any easier, given the wide expanse of the Natewa Bay. McGregor hopes that with further assistance, the wreckage will be found within the next few days. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
Fiji Airways has expressed interest in taking over baggage handling and catering for its flights. Civil Aviation Minister Aya Syed Kayum revealed in Parliament yesterday that the airline has had incidents of theft from passengers' luggage. All ground handling at the Nandi International and Nosuri International Airport is handled by Air Terminal Services.
At the moment, Fiji Airways is actually thinking about putting cameras in the luggage hall of those planes. Because when these people go in, they actually take things out. On numerous occasions we get people's stuff being taken out of these bags. People sit in the planes, bags are going in, bags are coming out, things are being taken out. And Mr. Speaker, sir, organizations like the ATS needs to understand that in the modern day of running airports and airline services, we need to have a lot of professionalism.
He has not provided any figures, and he's just generalizing that all of them are stealing and implying from that Fiji Airways will be taking ground handling services, which is totally unfair on the workers.
Economy Minister Aya Syed Kayum has hit out at National Federation Party leader Professor Biman Prasad, who made claims in Parliament that taxpayers are receiving selective treatment at the Fiji Revenue and Customs Service. Syed Kayum stresses the FRCS is an independent body by law and asked Professor Prasad to support his claims. Debating on the Fiji Revenue and Customs Service 2016-2017 annual report, opposition parliamentarian Biman Prasad claimed the organization is being influenced.
We have been told, and I've been shown some evidence, that there is selective treatment of certain taxpayers by FRCS. And there is allegation that they get instruction from the top. I don't know what the top is, where the top is. But
Honorable Prasad comes and says, I've heard this, somebody told me this, about individual taxpayers. I love him to tell us which staff member told that, because he is actually complicit in actually breaching the confidentiality provisions within FRCS Act.
Additional manpower has been mobilized to curb increasing number of robberies and thefts in towns and cities. Minister for Defence Inia Seruiratu says this includes the Police Special Response Unit, which is assisting divisional commanders and station officers. Seruiratu says police visibility is being strengthened to deal with offenders along the Suva-Nosinu corridor.
Presence alone makes a lot of difference, and of course, hopefully it will bring the necessary effects as well to those that are into such activities.
The Suva Private Hospitals deal with MIOT is not a public-private partnership and has nothing to do with the government. When asked in Parliament about the public-private partnership in the health sector, Attorney General Aya Syed Qayyum said a classic example of the partnership is the Lotoka and Mba hospitals, where 80% of the two hospitals are owned by the Fiji National Provident Fund and 20% by Aspen Australia. Syed Qayyum says MIOT had a commercial arrangement with the Suva Private Hospital, which is owned by the Bank of the South Pacific.
Please understand that the MIOT presence at Suva Private is a relationship between BSP and MIOT. It's got nothing to do with government. They, of course, have been the beneficiaries of the tax incentive we've given, because they were able to get the tax concession.
The government has appointed 7 teams of special administrators to oversee the 13 municipal councils. The special administrators appointed will be council members of respective municipal councils and will be regarded as the duly constituted council. The new special administrator teams, led by a chair, will be tasked with modernizing practices and streamlining processes to ensure cities and towns provide services to ratepayers and citizens in the most efficient, transparent and cost-effective manner. Local Government Minister Premila Kumar has emphasized the importance of special administrators in advancing good governance in customer service, revenue management and cost control, project management and staff development. The Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission has received a lot of complaints from rural consumers and traders. To address this, the FCCC has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Itoke Affairs Board. Kritika Kumar has the details.
Under the signed understanding, surveillance officers will be appointed at village level, who will be the eyes and ears of FCCC.
We will be actually engaging with the village headmen and Turangani Koro to carry out market surveillance for us. So in terms of investigations or in terms of monitoring and compliance in the village level, at the village level, this will actually enable our presence in villages.
Senika Vikachiuta highlighted some of the common complaints made by people in rural areas.
They feel like they've been unfairly treated by some of these traders. The prices, okay, apart from overcharging, the price control items the prices are not being displayed correctly, and even the items that are being sold. So it doesn't have full and proper information.
FCCC Commissioner Vimlesh Sagar says the MOU is a win-win for both shoppers and traders in the rural areas.
The most important part of this MOU is that the FCCC will provide training to the people and the officers involved on the ground, on the field, and that will enable us to keep the Fijians informed.
The surveillance officers in rural areas will carry out investigations and submit reports on a monthly and quarterly basis. This will enable FCCC to take measures against those at fault. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Considering climate change and its negative impact on agriculture, the government has a plan to establish resilient agricultural food systems. Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy says various commodity development programs have been executed to ensure productivity and sustainability. Dr. Reddy says the ministry has invested in livestock areas to combat climate change issues in the national interest. He adds the second program is the introduction of heat-tolerant breeds through embryo transfer programs.
1. Genetic conservation and crossbreeding programs through the use of resilient native breeds in breeding programs. Mr. Speaker said animal genetic diversity is critical for food security and rural development. It allows farmers to select, stock up or develop new breeds in response to changing conditions, including climate change.
Overseas, America's gun laws and President Donald Trump's anti-immigration stance are again in the spotlight after a second mass shooting in just 13 hours. A gunman killed 20 people in a border town of El Paso, Texas. Hours later in Dayton, Ohio, 9 people were shot dead by a man with an assault rifle. Coming up, Ratu Kandavulevu School under-16 team manager says they can do better, and Fiji out of PNC title contention. Stay with us.
Wala ngwela o veteronugu ako itabua ako do talitaina na barongo na Bula FM nambando na sere
Bula ang gonoa ilutoka do talita ka na Bula FM bertini nambando na sere
ni Bula binaka nanreke ngo sa Bula FM nga ena kasi
nadango sa mundo ativo na Bula FM nambando na sere nusuri
ni Bula binaka nadango Jerry yang melambasa do barongo na Bula FM
Bula FM number 2 en seri.
Welcome back. Queen Victoria School under-16 rugby coach Samuela Yalayala says the team needs a lot of work after the match against Marist Brothers High School last Saturday. Yalayala says there are some key areas which need attention going into the finals this weekend.
Our line speed, we work a lot on that. We have to improve on our line speed and even our tackle and also our defensive line. We have to improve on that.
Meanwhile, the Ratu Kandavulevu School under-16 team was taken to the wire by a spirited Mba Provincial Freebird Institute in their semi-final at Lawanga Park on Saturday. RKS under-16 team manager Timothy Satakala says the 10-7 win exposed weaknesses, adding it provided vital insight ahead of the final.
A little bit relief now, and we are left with one. It's a game we thank Mapro for testing our boys, and we were a little bit rusty, but we're hoping to come back next week stronger and better.
Fiji Airways Flying Fijians is likely to end the 2019 World Rugby Pacific Nations Cup empty-handed for the first time since 2014. All teams now have one remaining game, and even if Fiji beats Samoa, it will still not be in contention for the title. If Japan beats USA, they are set to win the title for the first time since 2014. Flying Fijians coach John McKee says they are disappointed with not being able to defend the title.
We didn't get away to a good start in Japan and sort of put us behind the 8 ball a bit. So for 2019, our focus is on Rugby World Cup, and that's disappointing that we're not in contention in the last round of the PNC. But the Rugby World Cup is the most important thing for us this year, and we're still working very, very hard towards that.
There is healthy competition between Alifereti Veitokani, Ben Volavola and Josh Matavesi when it comes to kicking. Matavesi says there is no animosity among the three.
There's no venom there, it's happy competition. I want Fiji to do well and Ben wants the same, so whoever gets picked on the day, it's fair competition.
Fiji plays Samoa at 7:15 p.m. on Saturday at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. There are no injury concerns for the Lotoka team, and they're planning to take home the Ink Mobile Battle of the Giants trophy. Lotoka, with 2 wins and a draw in pool play, has booked a spot in the playoffs, and coach Aginesh Prasad says their training is in top gear.
We have been preparing well, so we are ready to play. After all, you have to play football on the pitch, so we are not concerned where we are playing, but yeah, we are ready.
Fine, apart from brief isolated showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands, elsewhere mainly fine weather, cool nights, moderate east to southwest winds. Winds expected to gradually turn and become predominantly southeast tomorrow, moderate seas. And that was your FBC Morning News. Remember to join us at 1 p.m. and at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. That's it from me for now. Have a good morning.
Baik, tu dia jadi beratahu
रेडियो फीजी रोज सुनता हूँ।
मेरा नाम सुखराम है, मैं नंदूरू नौसोरी में रहता हूँ। हमेशा मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता हूँ।
रेकी कोने नाबू, हमारा नाम है विनोद लाल फैंटम। रेडियो फीजी 2 हम लोग बहुत लाइक करता हुआ ये सुनता है।
हम विनोद प्रकाश है, गोल्टन ताबू में रहता है और सबको रेडियो फीजी 2 सुने, सबको लाइक करे।
हम एक कलाकार है, लोकगीत कमलावती नारायण भट्टी सिंह टोका के, और रेडियो फीजी 2 हमें बहुत पसंद है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।